Hey Dreamers, this is Jade and I'm back to do my February 2022 flip through. So let's go ahead and jump right in. This is my cover page. Not really liking the way this turned out, but it'll be just fine. So on the 4th, I had dreams about Kit Harington 2 nights in a row. I had been scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, one of those, I can't remember which, and I saw this picture of him and I was like, oh, he's such a cutie. I missed some luxurious curls of his though, so I ended up saving the picture. And this is perhaps why I'm dreaming of the guy. But anyway, so I didn't remember the first dream, but the second dream, like we were good friends, and he had written a book, and I was at his the book signing, like the first book signing of whatever, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna support, so I'm gonna buy your book or whatever. And I grabbed the book, and it was the only one there. It was one hardback book there. And I was like, is this the only one you have for display? And he was like, yeah. And so I was like, I'm not going to take this. You need this for your display. And he was like, no, if you want it, you can have it. You can have it. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'll just buy the ebook, and you have this for your display. Why? There was only one display book. I have no idea. My dreams be off the chain, so I have to share them with you guys every once in a while. But anyway, that's pretty much what's going on the 4th. On the 5th, I had a bit of an epiphany. So one of my affirmations lately have been, I feel comfortable in my body, because I have issues with feeling comfortable in my body. So that was one of my affirmations. And I finally had an epiphany that I do things to make myself uncomfortable. Like if I'm in the middle of something and I feel like I have to use the bathroom, or I get hungry or thirsty, or I'm in pain or anything like that, I will just stick it out until I'm finished doing what I'm doing. And I realize I need to stop doing that. If I have to use the bathroom, I need to stop what I'm doing and go use the bathroom. If I get hungry, I need to get a snack. If I'm in pain, I need to remedy that as best as I can, I should say, in the moment. And so I guess maybe that's how affirmations work. You really start having these epiphanies and revelations about what you're doing, the opposite of what the affirmation is that you're saying. So yeah, so I have been doing a lot better with that when it comes to stuff. If I'm in the middle of something and I'm feeling uncomfortable in any type of way, then I stop and fix it. So right then and there. So basically, that's what was going on the 5th. And then on the 15th, I had like pretty much a whole week where I was in pain and in bed, and I wasn't doing anything but trying not to feel like shit. So on the 15th, they did the Anthony Hamilton versus Music Soul Child versus. It was a Valentine's Day special. And I love those two. However, I will say that Anthony Hamilton has the better and stronger voice of the two. However, Music Soul Child has the better songs and the better music, in my opinion. Like, if there was a choice, if somebody was like, oh, you want to listen to Anthony Hamilton or music? So I'm picking music every time. Every time I am picking music. His song Love, probably one of my favorite songs ever. Just so beautiful. And I used to actually put my nephew asleep to one of his songs called Lullaby. I think it was on his maybe 3rd or 4th album. And yeah, I would just lay him on the pillow and play that song, and he'd drop right on off to sleep. So that's basically how I recorded this. I wrote out some of the lyrics here, and then I typed some more of the lyrics here and put them there of Love. So yeah, really enjoyed that versus. It was very nostalgic. I think both of their voices are a little shaky now. But yeah, really enjoyed it. And then on the 13th, you see, I forgot to do this one first. So yeah, went back and did this. And this is just basically a collage of the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I don't care about the Super Bowl. I don't care about football. I do not care. Okay. However, when I saw advertised all of the people that they would have for the halftime show, I was like, I will be tuning in for that. And enjoyed every second of it. It was so good. It was so nostalgic. Just took me back to my young and teenager years. So I was like, yes, loved it. Absolutely loved it. The only one I felt like was kind of like not in the same era. See, I can't even remember the child's name. Anyway, moving on. So the 21st, I went out again, and I feel like I just got these great deals where everything, even though it wasn't really 2 for 1, it kind of ended up being 2 for 1. So I'm going to start doing my regular nightly walking again, and I needed some new walking shoes because my other ones were getting uncomfortable, and it was really time to retire them. I had them for a few years. So I went out. First, I went to Barnes and Noble because they had books on sale, buy one get one half off, but then they also had a 20% off coupon, and I'm also a member, so I get 10% off as well, an extra 10% off as well. So I found 2 books that I wanted. That was buy one get one 50% off, and then with my other discounts, they ended up basically coming to $10 a piece, which I felt was like 2 for 1, because one book now is close to like $20. So yeah, I think great deal on that. And then I ended up stopping by Ross, and I found these Pumas, and I was like, let me try these on, see how they feel. And I was like, oh, these will be great for walking. And then I went somewhere else in the store and found another pair, and while I probably won't be walking in these are just I just love the way these look, and would be great to just have for regular outfits or whatever. I love Pumas. I've loved Pumas since like college. Yeah, so usually I always wear sneakers. Usually if I'm not wearing Nikes, I'm wearing Pumas. So yeah, that was pretty much what was going on the 21st. And then lastly, my February favorites. So much good television this month. However, the ones that I really loved was first Euphoria. And I said it last year or the year before when the first season came out. I can't remember exactly when. Run my girl her Emmy. Run Zendaya her Emmy. And honestly, run all the people on this show their Emmys, because it was so good. So good. I think Fezco is my favorite. He is hilarious. And yeah. Really enjoyed Euphoria this season. And there was this one, and when I watched the very first episode, there's this very scene at the end, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh wow, the cinematography is so badass this season. And I'm like, it looks like snapshots the way that they're doing this. And it was funny because after I watched after the show, they have like commentary, and the guy was saying how they filmed it in a way that you were getting like snapshots of each of the characters. And I was like, glad to know I'm on point and paying attention. I did have media production was my major in college. But yeah, I loved the cinematography. This season was just chef's kiss. And then I also watched that show. It was satire, but it was funny. It was funny. I enjoyed it. The woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window, crazy. Really good though, crazy, but good. And then Stay Close, which is an adaptation of a Harlan Coben novel. There has not been one Netflix adaptation of one of his novels that I have not liked so far. Every single one of them have been so good. So much so that I actually ended up buying one of his books that I have in my stash now. So, yeah. And then Inventing Anna. Crazy, this show. And I've been watching several different shows, basically, of people getting scammed. And I have questions. So I personally do not understand it. I do not mean to victim blame, so I hope it's not coming off as that. However, with a lot of these scenarios, I feel like if people had just asked like 2 or 3 good probing questions, they would not have been scammed away. And scammed out of crazy large sums of money. It is ridiculous. So I'm just like, how, Sway? How? Because I ask too many questions. I need to know too much. I'm not just blindly finna trust somebody like that. I'm not finna do it. So I don't understand, basically. But anyway, moving on. I also watched Vikings Valhalla, which is a spin-off show of Vikings. If you ever watched it, that came on the History Channel. And this is events like 100 years past, Ragnar and Ivar and Ubba and the rest of them. And I actually really enjoyed this. So I'm definitely looking forward to the next season. And then really into music this month, had on repeat Run by One Republic. I Like Me Better by Love. I'm a little late on that one, but still good. And then I ended up listening to this, well, new to me, guy named John Kay. I listened to his whole album, and one of the songs I really, really liked off of it was If We Never Met. So I was definitely listening to that a lot in February. And books read was Dreams by Rose and Sarah, which basically helps you kind of interpret your dreams and stuff like that. The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. Got this from Five Below. A lot of people who have kind of just had like a spiritual awakening suggest this book. Personally, it didn't really do anything for me. Maybe like two of the agreements I agree with, the other two not so much. I don't know. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I guess maybe because I don't know how to explain. It didn't do anything for me. However, it might do something for you. So I wouldn't discount it completely. And lastly, I read a fiction book. I read a fiction book called The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. So cute and funny. It's kind of an enemies to lovers type of deal. And yeah, really, really enjoyed that book. So that was pretty much it for my February favorites. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I hope everyone has been safe and well. And if you enjoy this content, then please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.